interact them. And we can say that this is also within ourselves, our own mind, our own body, between people and values and so on. So that's why we want to highlight this, that instead of having a reductionist view, we want to have an integrated worldview, where reason and heart can collaborate. And they collaborate us as human beings and should also collaborate ourselves in a culture. So we know that we have a material aspect of life and we have also spiritual life, and that is also the human nature, right? We have both these aspects. And that leads to personal development and social development. Another aspect I will talk about this comprehensive peace model is that when you have three spheres of human aspiration, and they're all interacted, but we can talk about this. I talked about how we develop our steps of consciousness. Like when we're children, we start very much, small children react very instinctive, and then we go to school and we get our medication, we try to learn to think and reason more. But also, we need to also get to the more higher transcending awareness, so we can go beyond these barriers, how to transcend ourselves a little bit. And I think this, when we look at society today, we feel that maybe the education system lacks this sense of development. A lot of people just focus on their own.
Trade and practice. Which Buddhist teaching and traditions are most relevant to international humanitarian law in situations of armed conflicts? We all know well that all religions of the world agree to found and obtain the global peace. No religions deny keeping the global peace. As is the Buddhist, I dare to express that the fundamental globals of the Buddhism is peace. Actually, it is more not only peace in this world, but also peace in all global. The ways to be is taught by the Buddha. Is the first test of global peace. Is the understanding of the causalities of the peace. Buddha taught the Dharma for people to obtain the intersections of all suffering, to know how to live peacefully with our people in our daily life. As we know, in this present situation in the world, we have to face with so great a mass of the crime, threat, swiftly and murder. All good leaders of the world are continuously trying to prevent those who are in bad situation. While others who do not want benefits for human beings put evil action on the peoples of the world. Therefore, in every condition, good leaders has to try for the peace of the world, to save the lives of our human generation seeking, to limit the effects of the armed conflicts, to protect the life and dignities of human beings. But we should know the ways to peace and preventing from wicked problems in the armed conflicts. When we understand the ways on this, what causes peace, we know where to aim our efforts. What can we do to cultivate peace? Well, Buddhism advises this. We should start with ourselves. We must be stuck ourselves. One Buddha addressed a monk called the Sandra, that it is not possible for one who is stuck in the mud to pull out another, who is also stuck in the mud, but it is possible for one who is not himself stuck in the mud to pull out another who is stuck, according to the Majjhima Nikaya. In the Sakapanya Sutta of the Digha Nikaya, we have the records of the Buddha's response to question as why people enjoy living in peace. Nevertheless, at any way this leads to the conflict. In diagnosing the problems, the Buddha traced the immediate and the secondary causes until he arrived at the final root cause. This is namely the craving. According to the Buddha, cravings or greeds prevent us from pursuing our own best interests. Even when we clearly see the path leads to our own welfare. As a conflict is rooted in envy and greed. It followed this, the path to the non-conflict must be a cause of renunciation. All the movies, the constructed thoughts and desire, there's people around the notions of I, and me, and mine. That drives to the identify and to possess. Again, in the Dhammapada, we learn this relevance does not lead to peace. He abused me, he beat me, he defeated me, he fought me. In those who have such thoughts, hatred is not a peace in these verses. The Buddha advised us to bear the wrong turns to us by others. The Buddha's constant advice is not to realize when to provoke, but is to provide patience and forbearance at all times. He advised us to, in effort, test the validities of his teaching by trying things out for ourselves, to learn the truth by our own direct experience. Also, there's unwholesome greed, hatred, and ignorance. Removing these three kinds of the unwholesome, we must cultivate the tolerance, proper intention, and good volition. For the peace of the world, to remove the conflicts that can destroy everything we build. Loving kindness, compassion, sympathy, strength, and equanimity called force immeasurable can provide all human peace and compatibility. These four kinds can be carried out without discrimination, greed, and color. Those can suffer from all suffering. The last offer happiness and constructs peaceful world. At the needed agreement, good relation and coordination with the tolerance, loving kindness, and compassion can also create the happiness of the human. But we all should understand and realize that all peace concerns with the individual peace. According to the Buddhist teaching, peaceful mind leads to peaceful speech and peaceful action, leads to the peaceful nation, peaceful global. When human minds are at peace, the world will be at peace. Here, we should search the causes of unconflict to war. The causes of war are too numerous events to list. Why does war happen in this our the global world? When does war arise? Who creates to be so? There are so many views and concepts which digress ever and so many views point to express it. Buddha said, mind is the forerunners of all evil states. Mind is a chief. Mind made who they are. If one speaks or acts with wicked mind, because of that, suffering follow ones, even as the weeds follow the hood of the dog house.
Mr. Sermsak Narinwong. I don't know if I pronounced it right, but anyway, welcome.
The Venerable monks, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sermsak Narinwong, the chairman of Buddhist Federation of the United Kingdom. I am very pleased today to join the World Peace Conference Stockholm today. The object of we talking about today about how can we make this world to be peaceful. The one thing we should understand, the problem or not problem, it depends on humankind or human being. That is why when people or human being try to develop any technology, but they never ever thinking about themselves or oneself. That is why this world today is more advanced than we thought. But we still cannot get rid of suffering or society injustice. Another thing, society have a problem because someone who in charge the just they not fair to other. That why make another angry and then make an argument. And also another group of people try to rectify or seeking rectify to get something to correct imbalance, and this way they try to do something. But we still have the dukkha. Dukkha is the Pali word. In the way we think or we thought, that means suffering. Suffering or misery, this make people suffer, and we can't do because we do not understand the Dhamma. If we understand the Dhamma, we will understand ourselves. That is why the thing we should do is thinking ourselves. If ourselves have the Dhamma or the teaching of the Buddha, we will gain the peaceful of mind. Another thing, if we going to be peaceful, our oneself and family, and after that, we spread a little bit wider, that to be society. And society should be morality as well. And also, if ourselves, society being good, ourselves or people in the society understand the fact of life, they will make the environment to be useful for humankind. But another group of people, they do not do not fair to, after they try to thinking of oneself or thinking of their group of people, that they can make more difficult for environment when environment come a problem or imbalance that will make our society or make our world problem as well. That's why the teaching of the Buddha that mean to be peaceful. That's why the United Kingdom have recognized the Buddhist teaching on the world peace. They are now on the 15 December 1999 to recognize the Buddhist teaching to be the peace of the society. How can we, on human being, to be peaceful? We have only the Buddhist teaching. The first one is morality. Morality is the important basic of human being. If we understand the teaching of the Buddha or the Dhamma, we will control ourselves, how to do, what to do, and then ourselves and our family will be peaceful. If our family peaceful, ourselves peaceful, that means can spread to be society. And also society understand the environment. The environment will be useful for us to be our life, to be succeed or peaceful in our society. That's why if human being, every single person understand the environment will gain the benefit for us, such as the forest, the water in the canal or whatsoever. Some people they do the selfish, they think only themselves or their group, they not care another environment to be problem. They don't think about that. That is why this world going to be hotter, or we call the global hot, something like that. That's why if we understand oneself by follow the Buddhist teaching to morality, that means sila, we will be happy. The second one is concentrate. If we concentrate ourselves by following what we study from the Buddhist, we will control our mind, control ourselves. If we control our mind, control ourselves, and then the society will be peaceful as well, and then the environment will be benefit for us.
Buenos días.
Good morning.
Soy Padre Benjamín Paz, rector de la Misión de Católicos Hispanohablantes aquí en Estocolmo.
I am Father Benjamin Paz. I am the rector of the Catholic Spanish-speaking mission here in Stockholm.
Vengo de Bolivia, de Sudamérica.
I come from South America. From
Muchas gracias por la invitación
Bolivia. Thank you so much for the
para
invitation
poder compartir con ustedes hoy
to be able to share with you today
algunos pensamientos
some of the thoughts
sobre el diálogo interreligioso,
about the interreligious dialogue
necesidad y principios
and the principles and necessities and needs
de encontrar un terreno común a través del diálogo interreligioso.
to find a common ground in order to be able to develop the dialogue, interreligious dialogue.
La historia ha sido testigo de muchos actos violentos llevados a cabo en nombre de la religión. Sin embargo, muchos seres humanos han comenzado a reconocer otro papel de la religión como un poderoso medio para lograr la paz y la reconciliación. Consecuentemente, el número de estudios sobre el diálogo interreligioso está creciendo de manera prometedora.
History has witnessed many violent acts carried out in the name of religion. However, many human beings have begun to recognize another role of religion as a powerful means to achieve peace and reconciliation. Consequently, the number of studies on interreligious dialogue is growing in a promising way.
El diálogo interreligioso ha sido un tema muy controvertido y ha habido muchas discusiones al respecto sobre su necesidad, su justificación y sus logros. Estas cuestiones han puesto de manifiesto que las personas no son conscientes del verdadero significado del diálogo interreligioso.
Interreligious dialogue has been a very controversial topic, and there has been many discussions about it, about its need, its justifications, and its achievements. These issues have shown that people are not aware of the true meaning of interreligious dialogue.
El diálogo interreligioso es como buscar para darse cuenta de la unicidad de la religión, de la unidad básica, de la universalidad de las creencias. La religión abarca todas las creencias y razas bajo la fraternidad y exalta el amor, el respeto, la tolerancia, el perdón, la misericordia, los derechos humanos, la paz, la fraternidad y la libertad a través de sus profetas. ¿Cuán útil y beneficioso puede ser el diálogo interreligioso para solucionar los problemas?
Interreligious dialogue is like seeking to realize the uniqueness of religion, of the basic unity and universality of belief. Religion embraces all beliefs and races under fraternity, and exalts love, respect, tolerance, forgiveness, mercy, human rights, peace, fraternity, and freedom through its prophets. How useful and beneficial can interreligious dialogue be for solving problems?
El diálogo interreligioso no pretende cambiar las ideas de la gente acerca de sus religiones o creencias, sino que trata de encontrar un terreno común entre las religiones, centrarse en las comunidades y, a través del énfasis en la armonía y la paz, quieren encontrar soluciones a muchos de nuestros problemas comunes.
Interreligious dialogue is not about changing people's ideas about their religion or beliefs, but about finding a common ground between religions, focusing on communities and through the emphasis on harmony and peace, to find solutions to many of our common problems.
En el terreno del diálogo interreligioso se afirma la capacidad de discutir nuestras diferencias religiosas y culturales es algo más que una mera actividad extracurricular. Es una habilidad vital para los participantes en la democracia, en especial en una sociedad democrática como la nuestra, llena de gentes con profundas y complejas diferencias.
In the field of interreligious dialogue, he states, the ability to discuss our religious and cultural differences is more than a mere extracurricular activity. It is a vital skill for participants in democracy, especially in a democratic society such as ours, full of people with deep and complex differences.
La importancia del diálogo interreligioso es para la mejora de la humanidad y de la buena voluntad de las sociedades. Se resalta el papel del diálogo interreligioso.
Religious backgrounds, and we can see that there are some similarities in approach. And I'm always encouraged, because I worked many years with interfaith dialogue, and I've always been encouraged about this point. You realize that there are similarities. If you go deep into your own faith, you recognize there's some similarities with other faiths. And that is this worldview I want to highlight and the importance of it.
For us to be participating in Second World Peace Conference. Now we're going to introduce you to Georgian-Korean Joint Project, Peace Education Camp. You may think, why did our educators decide to create this project? And how did two countries with distance over 6,700 kilometers find each other? In 2018, online meetings between Georgia and Korea developed into an idea to host Peace Exchange Camp. After visiting Seoul, two educators sat online to discuss lack of peace education in the world. And now we want to introduce you to details of this project.
The project we are going to talk about answers the following sustainable development goals. Goal number 4, quality education. Education is a fundamental human right and is indispensable for achievement of sustainable development. Goal number 16, peace, justice, and strong institutions. Promote peace, provide access to justice for all, and build strong institutions. And goal number 17, partnership for the goals. The main target of this goal is to strengthen domestic resource mobilization and to build the world peace.
In our school, we have IRON Club, which means International Education and Research Network. IRON has 100 projects, and one of them is our school's project, Virtual Peace Education Camp. Virtual Peace Education Camp invites children to think about what peace means to them and where they feel peaceful. Also, the follow-up activities encourage students to think critically about war and to explore its human cost. We made logo for the camp, and peace included 12 weeks. So, first 2 weeks, self-introduction. Students from 11 countries introduce themselves using Zoom US, which is an online platform like Skype.
In this camp, students were able to communicate with each other and other schools, and they had live meetings, and they talked about world peace. For example, our school had a live meeting with other schools from Georgia, like Korea, and the school from South Korea. The students showed each other love, support, and friendship, and discussed the world peace.
In one of our online meetings, we tried to write different proposals on a piece of paper in each other's languages. For example, in the middle of the photo, our Korean friends wrote in Georgian language, which means I love you. One of our friends, girl who lives in America, who has no problem about peace in her country, said that no matter where I live, peace is the most important thing in the world. We are all equal and we are all living on one planet. So, every human's duty is to find and fight for peace for the world.
Someone thinks that love and peace are the cliché that must have been
of direction. This is very important. It's for us as well. For us, this is important. We are passengers and we can change words in a matter of seconds. Communicate and try hard together to achieve the world peace.
Students came up with their own definitions of peace. They learned the necessity and the benefit of peace education. Peace accelerators promote 7 key harmony principles that foster and accelerate a more peaceful existence for all Homo sapiens. Sharing, collaboration, transparency, love, empathy, inclusion. Peace is not something you wish for. Peace is something you make, something you do, something you are, and something you give away.
By Georgiana Moore, the magic symbol of peace, the message of sunflower. And since the sunflower always had been the symbol of peace and bright future, students decorated all continents and countries with sunflower during the live meeting. And they did this because every country and every continent deserves peace and bright future.
Topic 7 to 8. This week was titled Peace Receipt, which basically stands for Our Ways to Reach Peace. Students from Iron started to use their imagination and made up these amazing receipts that would calm them down and have a beautiful result. Students also thought of the traditional food that showed one of the peace values. They shared the receipts so that others could try making it at their own place according to the given receipt. Students from Georgia made these amazing colorful drinks and called them Peace Remedy. Students from Korea made their traditional food like kimchi and kimbap. They looked great. We also formed up with students from Azerbaijan and made these amazing desserts and sweets. We called them Peace Delicacy. The given recipes were easy to make and easy to follow.
Rules for peace. On this day, students imagined that they were prince and princess of the country and they had all the rights to change it. And once, as Einstein did with his formula, students thought of the elementary particles of the standard model and they guessed the meanings of all elements.